Hi friends, in the last video we covered very clearly how to handle exceptions by using try catch. Sir, within the try risky code, inside catch block we have to write handling code. It's very clear. Now my next thing, very important, very interesting sir. What is control flow in try catch block? Observe this one, control flow inside try catch. Okay, here observe try block is there in that statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. Total how many statements are there inside try block, sir? 3 statements are there. Catch block x. It can be any exception. Sir, statement 4. Sir, after completing catch block, statement 5 is there, sir. Okay, like total 5 statements are there where I use a try catch also. Now my question is, if an exception rises at statement 1, what will happen? Statement 2, what will happen? Statement 3, what will happen? 4, what will happen? 5. Like each and every statement, if an exception rises, what is the flow we have to aware? So most of your doubts also will be clarified from this basic flow. Just take a bit special care to understand, sir. Sir, first case, multiple cases I will discuss. First case, if there is no exception. Sir, exception not raised at runtime. Can you please tell which statements will be executed, sir? 1, 2, 3 will be executed normally. 1, 2, 3. Catch block won't be executed. Regarding catch block won't be executed because there is no exception. If there is no exception, catch is not going to execute. Sir, catch. Now statement 5. Statement 5. And then normal termination. Sir, is it normal or abnormal? If there is no exception, obviously normal termination. Take very special care. If there is no exception, so except the catch block, all the remaining statements will be executed normally. This is the case 1. Now case 2, sir. If an exception rises at a statement 2. If an exception rises at a statement 2. And the corresponding catch block matched. If an exception rises at statement 2, here exception rises and the corresponding catch block means matched, corresponding catch block matched. What will happen? Now take very special care. 1 will be executed normally. 1 will be executed normally. But while executing 2, the problem came, some exception rises. Immediately corresponding catch block is there. Now statement 4 executed. Yeah, take very special care. After statement 4, either statement 3 remaining part of try block will be executed or not. Ayo, respond. Very important. For most of the students here, there is a doubt. Compulsory you should have clear clarity. Sir, now statement 2 there is a problem. Catch block executed. After executing catch block, now statement 3 will be executed or not. Okay, remember a bit very carefully. Inside the try block, we have to write the main flow. Main flow. Of course, the risky code main flow. If there is any problem is coming, then immediately catch block contain alternative flow. Alternative flow will be executed, right? Now in the main flow, if you are facing the problem, then immediately alternative flow executed. After executing alternative flow, what the need of going back to the try? Regarding suppose if the bus ticket is not available, then I will try for the train ticket. Once you got the train ticket, are you going to try for the bus ticket again? No, that's why. So within the try block, if an exception rises, control came to catch block. After executing catch block, the control never go back to try block, sir. Remaining code will be executed normally. So inside the try block, if at any statement an exception rises, even though you handle that exception, rest of the try block is not going to be executed. Take very special care, sir. That's why, do you know, statement 1 executed. Now 2, the problem, corresponding catch block matched. If the corresponding catch block matched, immediately statement 4 will be executed. After that, regular remaining statements will execute 5 followed by normal termination. 1 next while 2 the problem 4 and then 5 normal termination. That's what you should aware. Sir, very important conclusion. Inside a try block, if an exception rises, sir, even you handle that exception, rest of the try block never going to be executed. That's why inside the try block we have to take only risky code but not the normal code. Remember that. Sir, most of the people, do you know, most of the people are having worst kind of programming approach they followed, sir. What that is, assume I have one program, class test is there, sir. Public static void main method is there, string array args. Do you know, almost around 10,000 lines of the code is there, sir. How many lines of the code inside main method? 10,000 lines of the code is there. 10,000 lines of the code is there, sir. Now, if anywhere the problem is coming, most of the people what they are going to do is, sir, we will take a try block here. And at last, catch block they will write at last, sir. Catch some exception here, like end of the main line. So, total 10,000 lines of the code, they will keep inside a try block, inside a single try, and then catch block right. It is a very worst kind of programming practice. What the reason for that is, suppose, unfortunately, at line number 1 only, exception rises, sir. At line number 1 exception rises, immediately the control will comes to catch block. Sir, with the rest of the try block is not going to be executed. Without executing 9,999 lines of the code, sir, without executing these many lines of the code, what is the use of executing catch block? That's why inside the try block, we have to take only risky code but not normal code. Length of the try block should be as less as possible. Very important, sir. Then immediately we may have, sir, multiple risky areas are there inside my main method. Okay, like here this is my code. Here one risky area, here also one risky area, here also one risky area is there. Multiple risky areas are there. Don't take a total thing inside a single try. What you have to take? Better to take try and then catch block here. Try catch block. Next try and then catch block here. Try catch block. Next try and then catch block. So for every risky area, you can take separate try block, separate try catch, separate try catch. This type of thing is recommended, but don't include normal code inside the try block. The length of the try block should be as less as possible. Remember this good programming practices, right? But anyway, as per our requirement, okay, inside the try block, if anywhere an exception rises, rest of the try block won't be executed even though we handle that exception. Are you clear for all of you, right, up to this? So that's all. This is the case 2, sir. Now case 3. If an exception rises yet statement 2, sir, here an exception rises and the corresponding catch block not matched. Sir, there is no corresponding catch block. Sir, here riser exception is arithmetic exception, but this catch block for null pointer exception. So the problem riser is a heart problem, but doctor is available, eye specialist is available. Are you getting right? So riser problem, arithmetic exception, but here catch block is available for null pointer exception. The corresponding catch block not matched. If the corresponding catch block not matched, it is always abnormal termination. Remember this one, sir. It's always abnormal termination. That's why 1 followed by abnormal termination. Remaining code never going to execute. Sir, after 1 at statement 2 only, the problem will be stopped. The program will be stopped by raising that exception. Are you in the position to understand up to this, right? Next, 4th one, sir. If an exception rises yet a statement 4 or statement 5, take very special care. Sir, now statement 4 is available inside catch block. Are you getting? Statement 4 is available inside catch block. Catch block, sir. Sir, first thing what you should aware, don't feel exceptions will be raised only in the try block. Exceptions may be a chance of rising inside catch block, inside finally blocks also. Exception, don't feel it's always going to be raised only in the try block. Inside catch also contains Java code only, finally also contains Java code only. So anywhere there is a possibility to raise an exception. Next up, one more very important thing, sir. Suppose I have try block is there. Now there are some statements are there, sir. Okay, there are some statements are there. Now catch block is there. Assume that catch block is there. Like here, if there is a problem among these lines anywhere, so if there is a problem among these lines anywhere, immediately the corresponding catch block will execute. So this catch block acts as guard to these try statements, right? Suppose here there is a problem at statement 1 outside of try. Can you please confirm? Is this catch block is responsible for that? No. This catch block responsible to handle exceptions which are raised because of try block statements only. So catch is always associated with the try, but not for the remaining statements. Okay, if there is a problem at a statement 1, statement 1, do you know this catch block is not responsible to handle, it is always abnormal termination. Best example, sir, for your house you kept one security person. If there is any problem is coming in your house, maybe some robbery or maybe some robbers are coming, like your security person can handle, sir. Suppose there is a problem in the neighbor's house, your security person is not responsible. Are you getting right? This catch block responsible only for these statements. Okay, only for the try block statements, not for the remaining statements. So the conclusion is, if any statement which raises an exception, exception outside of try block, then catch blocks are not responsible. It is always abnormal termination. Remember that, sir. Okay. Now, sir, here this statement, is it inside the try block or outside try block? Outside try block. So these are the only things inside a try. Are you getting? These statements are inside try, but this catch block statement outside a try. Are you getting? If any statement raises an exception which is not inside a try block, then it is always abnormal termination. So if any statement raises exception inside catch block, believe me, it is always abnormal termination. Then, sir, you may ask how you can handle. Simple. Inside catch block you can take again try catch. Possible, sir. By using this one, if you want, you can handle. Okay, like now have you come back to our scenario, sir? Inside catch block, if there is an exception raised, it is not a part of try statement. That's why it is always abnormal termination. Are you getting right? So because it is not there inside the try, abnormal termination. Can you please tell, if there is an exception raised at statement 5, if an exception raised at statement 5, is it normal termination or abnormal termination? Please confirm. Is it normal or abnormal termination? Abnormal, because it is not part of statement, it is not part of try block. Okay, if any statement raising an exception not a part of try block, it is always abnormal termination. That's why if an exception raised at a statement 4 or statement 5, it is always abnormal termination. You should aware. Even in the next classes also, I will use this concept. So that's why you have to aware clearly, right? So at 1 or 2 or 3, anywhere problem is coming, then if the catch block matched, it will execute. If the catch block not matched, abnormal termination. Inside catch block, if an exception raised, abnormal termination. Sir, outside try catch block, if an exception raised here, abnormal termination. Next, the length of try block should be as less as possible. Okay, normal code don't try to include inside try block, because inside try block, if anywhere an exception raised, then the rest of the try block is not going to be executed even though you handle that exception. That's why try block length should be as less as possible. Clear, right? So all these things are included in our material. Happily just go through so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Clear for all of you, right?